came to visit you. Can you share with us some advice you gave her for the incoming first family?
Well, there was something actually very nostalgic about having Mrs. Obama come the first time she came when, because I remembered so well taking the tour of the White House with Mrs. Clinton and Senator Clinton rather, but you know, what she said to me as we toured the White House, and then what that reminded me to tell Michelle Obama as we toured. And there's a window upstairs in the First Lady's dressing room that I also use as an office. I have a desk in there. When I toured with Mrs. Clinton, she said, look out this window and you can see the Rose Garden and you can look right over and see the Oval Office. And she said, your mother-in-law told me when she gave me the tour to be sure and look out this window, that she liked to look out over there and see what George was doing, meaning President George H.W. Bush. And so I told that to Mrs. Obama to look out that window and be able to look over at the Oval Office or the Rose Garden if there's an event in the Rose Garden. And then I told her she could tell that to the next person that followed her. So I think there's a great tradition of transition in the United States. And we certainly saw it when President Bush, George's dad, moved out of the White House, never suspecting then that we'd ever even come back to the White House, much less live here for 8 years. So there's a kind of a wonderful tradition of welcoming the next family in and giving that tour and showing the next family what it's going to be like. And so we've had it, obviously, from both sides, having that tour ourselves and then being able to give it to the next president. And George brought President-elect Obama upstairs after Michelle and I toured upstairs so he could show him the little girls' rooms. He also showed him his closet and his bathroom, just like I showed her my closet and my bathroom. And then they rushed upstairs to look at the gym. So I think there's certain things that the men wanted to look at and other things that the ladies wanted to look at. Yes, Ken?
Thank you, Mrs. Bush. Do you think the nation has gotten to really know and understand your husband, or is there a great gap between the man